From learning the name of bones to fixing them. From every ew to every wah. From every it's stinky to I'm used to it. From buying your first lab coat to owning the coat with your name written on it. You are going to win. You are going to live your dream.
Curiosity. Curiosity can be the driving factor for many things. And for me, this curiosity led me to become a doctor.
As funny as it may sound, but when I was a kid, I used to have a lot of skin problems. And I did not seem to respond to any medications. So I used to say to my mom frequently, I will have to become doctor myself to treat me. So that is how it started.
So for me personally, I have, coming from a complete medical background, a complete medical family, it has been the environment that I have been exposed to the most.
Well, actually, both my mom and dad are doctors, and seeing them into this profession, since childhood, actually inspires me a lot.
I became a doctor because I just saw that there was so much of suffering, especially psychiatric suffering all over the world.
In India, usually parents see their daughter as a doctor or an engineer, and same was in my case. As soon as I was born, my parents always wanted me to be a doctor.
For me, I think the biggest inspiration I had to actually become a doctor, it was my father.
Well, it all began when I was around 3 to 5 years old, where me and my family, we lost someone very close to us, very dear to us.
Well, I come from a family of doctors, and ever since I started understanding things, the dining table conversations which my parents had were predominantly around patients.
I was always very keen to learn about my own body, and I still am.
But the real passion started when I was in 11th standard.
But if you go to think about it, there's not too many other professions that can have a direct impact on people's lives.
And as I grew up, I actually saw what a person being a doctor is like.
Starting from depression, anxiety, to schizophrenia, OCD, autism spectrum disorder, and there's just so many people suffering.
Since my childhood, I have seen patients coming to his clinic, and after treatment, he would be getting a lot of thank yous, a lot of respect, that gratitude.
Like जब आप बचपन से देख रहे होते ना अपने डैड को, like मेरा डैड भी सर्जन है, तो बचपन से देखते ही था कि यार मुझे भी सर्जन ही बनना है. So actually I saw myself in him. तो like एकदम बचपन से बना हुआ था कि डॉक्टर बनने से पहले मुझे सर्जन बनना था.
Nothing could have been done, but that moment, that day, there was a lot of tears, negative vibes, confusion running through me and my family, and we were all like, what's happening here?
So I don't think so that I had any other profession in mind.
And this zeal took me to learn about it more in medical school and develop an even stronger interest in this field.
So when I used to pass across any clinic or any hospital, I would imagine myself as a doctor.
Yes, of course, there are a whole lot of other professions that in some way or the other impact or better people's lives.
It's more of the noble profession, the amount of lives you save, and with that, the immense respect you get.
And this suffering is so invisible, especially in psychiatry where you can't see these things, right? And people, like, it's like, what you see is just the tip of the iceberg, and there's just so much psychiatric suffering all over the world, and I just wanted to alleviate that suffering.
Because जब वो देख रहा होता था कि दिन रात जब वो सर्जरी करके जब ये actually save someone's life, because surgery is actually about actions. क्या आपने तुरंत किया and you get immediate results. भाई या तो आप save करोगे या तो नहीं करोगे.
And I would be hearing so many tales over the dinner table that how he actually helped a patient. He was going here and there, and my father was the one who actually helped him become better.
And this is one profession with which you can significantly impact a person's life.
Negative vibes was really immense, and I just didn't want anyone to experience that particular moment ever again. So I had it back then that I had to be a doctor, of course. Years of hard work, parent support, mom and dad, and God's grace, of course.
I could see the twinkle in his eyes that yes, he felt very happy that he had actually changed somebody's life. So I always thought that one day I might be getting that kind of happiness from helping somebody out.
I finally got the seat. It was fun in the beginning that yes, I'm a doctor, I will be a doctor soon, and it's a noble profession, everything.
I think a quote that inspires me is this quote by Neil Donald Walsh, which is like, your life isn't about you, it's about the people you touch.
And the real award was not money, but that particular thank you that you get after you've treated someone.
And finally done with MBBS, and when I was like exposed to that first patient, the first patient, he came with all this pain, and when I cured him of, the one thing that he told me is still runs around, may God bless you and thank you. Nothing comes close to that happiness. Absolutely nothing comes close to that happiness.
And I would keep saying it to myself, one day I will become a doctor. And here I am.
And I also wanted to convey this one thing to the people, that we doctors are here to help you out. Okay, they have that one thing in their mind that doctors are very strict and all that things. Absolutely not. We are absolutely here to serve you and help you out in every possible manner.
And so I definitely chose to be a doctor because this pleasure, this satisfaction, no other job can provide me with.
But to directly be able to see a human being, actually see them in pain or seeing them suffer, actually treat them, that level of job satisfaction is just something else, and personally what drew me towards becoming a doctor myself.
And that, I guess, was the driving force for me to become a doctor and subsequently a surgeon as well.
I just want to support each and every cell that is other people, and I want to play that part. And as a doctor, I think that is one of the best professions in the world, is I get to save the other cells in this whole organism called the earth, and that too in psychiatry. I get to alleviate that suffering.
So that immense satisfaction देख के मुझे भी लगता था यार मुझे भी बस वही करना है. And same with my mom. My mom is a gynecologist. तो जब उनको भी देख के आप जब दिन भर देखते थे हॉस्पिटल में तो वही वाली फीलिंग आती थी. So that is why I chose to be a doctor.
So if you ask me why I wanted to be a doctor, of course, I want to try my level best to get all the pain that you're going through, take it all off and just spread love and happiness.
So those tales, those childhood memories, I think those were my biggest inspiration to become a doctor. Help somebody and make a change in his life.
Today, I love what I do as an intern doctor and cannot wait to learn more, because this curiosity is still there and hopefully shall remain there forever.